How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at some more soloable bosses that you can farm to make lots of money in New World. But before we get into that, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps out massively. Now, let's get into it. Since the part 1 of this video went down so well within the community, I figured I'd look into some more great bosses that can easily be soloed, without having to lure them into any glitches. If you missed part 1, there'll be links to it at the end of this video. I'll start off with a few general notes about these bosses. The main thing you need to do before you start farming is to check the prices of these items in your server. I'll be giving you a list of the items you're looking out for from these bosses, along with how much they go for in my server. But the prices are different across servers, so maybe you can make even more, or maybe the item has no value in your server. And if that's the case, maybe skip that boss. If you're looking to maximize profits, luck gear, music, and food buffs, as well as good trade tools, all go a long way to do that. Plus, if you want to be as efficient as possible, a lot of these bosses drop topaz and obsidian gypsum, so you can add your favorite boss to farm into your daily routine and pop an attunement potion before the grind to get all of your daily gypsum while farming for the item you were looking for. Now that that is all out of the way, let's start with our first boss, and one of my favorite new ones to grind, and that's Penny. You want to head over to this area in Ebonscale Reach. It's not too far of a run from the Pilgrim's Rest fast travel point. The only item you're really looking out for is the Weaver's Gloves. In my server I could sell these for 2,500 gold each, but maybe you can make even more off of them in yours. She's very easy to kill, even with the second named mob beside her, who drops nothing of note. If you do struggle though with Penny, you can always drag them outside, and make sure to kill Penny first, and then wait a bit to kill the second boss. They will then have staggered respawns, and you can kill each one solo. They both spawn roughly every 3 minutes. The great thing about this boss is that even if you go dry on drops, there's still guaranteed profits to be made due to the surrounding area. Not only are you guaranteed hides and skinning XP from Penny after each kill, and if you have a good tool with the moat perk on it, you're guaranteed profits, but just outside this house is a little silkweed farm, with a good amount of plants that spawn frequently, so every couple of kills, I head out there and pick those up as well. That gets me a ton of harvesting XP, with all of the resources I gain from it as well, making it impossible to not leave this area without any profit, even if you have a very dry run. There's also some nice chests in the building beside the silkweed farm, as well as in the room with Penny. Now, let's move on to boss number 2, and that's Farley. If you saw my previous soloable bosses video, there was a really great spot up in Ebonscale where you can farm 3 bosses in a small area, and Farley is also in this area, so if you want, you can just solo him by himself, or you can add the other 3 into your rotation with him for a grind with no breaks. If you missed that video and want to do that, a link to it will be at the end of this video. But for this video, I'm just going to be showing you how to farm Farley. You're going to want to head up to this area in Ebonscale Reach. Farley is a bit tougher than the last boss, but still not much of a challenge. What you're looking for from him is the Weaver's Hat, which goes for 1,000 gold in my server. Hopefully more in yours. He also drops a pretty cool looking medium mask with empowered fireball on it, so if you need something like that, that can be useful for you too. Or if you just want to get it and hang on to it for when the transmog system comes out. I think it could be paired with some really cool outfits. Like with the previous boss, there's also great resources around Farley, so you can check on them while you're waiting on his 2-minute respawn. There's a couple of ironwood trees and essence giving nodes all around this area. Or you could even add the other 3 bosses in the area into your rotation as previously mentioned. There's also a couple easy to kill wolves in this area, so I like to kill them as well for their hides and to level up my weapons and skinning line at the same time while waiting on Farley. Now, let's get on to boss number 3, Fade the Last Protector. You're going to want to head up to this little area in Shattered Mountain. It's a bit of a run to get there, so I recommend setting up a camp just in case you slip up and die. It can be a bit tricky if you're a fresh level 60, but still very doable. I like to stand up against the mountain here, clear the mobs near him, and then lure him over to me and finish him off near my camp. Some of his moves are a bit annoying, but once you get used to him, it's very easy. He respawns every 2 minutes, and you're looking for him to drop the chef pants, which goes for 4,400 gold in my server. Maybe more in yours. He also drops a pretty cool life-stealing and luck rapier, plus a tanking warhammer, so if you want any of those, you can aim for them as well. In between spawns, there's also some great resources around this area, including some ironwood trees and some wood wolves that you could kill and chop up for woodcutting XP and some extra profits. Next up is Broadpaw. You want to head up to this area in Weaver's Fen to find him, and the main item you're looking for him to drop is the Weaver's Shirt, which goes for 2,400 gold in my server. Possibly more in yours. Additionally, he drops a really nice warhammer, musket, and greatsword, so if you need any of those, that's just a bonus. Broadpaw is extremely easy to kill, and he's very close to a fast travel point, so it's a very relaxing and easy grind when you have nothing else to do. You also get free skinning XP and hides after every kill, and with a good skinning knife with a moat perk on it, you're guaranteed profits. Plus, while you wait the 5 to 6 minutes for him to respawn, there's tons of beeswax, iron ore, gold ore, trees, and wolves they can grind out to increase profits. And then finally, the last boss we'll be looking at in this video is Dao Shen the Unstoppable. To get to him, you'll want to teleport into Mountain Rise in Shattered Mountains, then head down to this area. The item you're looking for to make money off of is the Weaver's Pants, which goes for 3,000 gold in my server and possibly more in yours. He also drops a really cool Greatsword, Void Gauntlet, Life Staff, and Ice Gauntlet, so if any of those will be of use to you, then that's just another thing to look forward to dropping. Shen is a bit more difficult than the others on the list, so if you're a bit under-geared, I highly recommend killing the adds around him first, because they can make the fight more difficult, but once you get the hang of his moveset, it's really quite simple to take him down. The only downside to Shen is that his 5 to 6 minute respawn time is a bit long, and since there's only a couple of lodestones to be mined in this area, plus a chest, there isn't much to do while you wait. For me, it's not a problem when I have other things to do. I just have the game running in the background while I'm doing things and come back whenever he spawns. But if you want to be active the whole time, the only thing to do while you wait is to grind his adds down so that when he respawns it's an easier fight. This isn't bad if you want to level up some weapons, but if you're already maxed out on all your weapons, it can be a bit of a long wait. That about covers all the bosses I wanted to show you in this part 2 video of soloable bosses. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video to let me know. And if there's enough interest, I can put together a part 3 video. There's also a lot of really hard bosses you can also solo by luring them into glitches. I can put together a video of some of them as well. So let me know what you want to see next, and consider subscribing to the channel so you'll be notified when the next Moneymaker goes live. Plus, I will have a link to the part 1 of this video if you missed it, and would like to see some more bosses you can farm. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video. If you'd like to check out another money-making method, click on the video to the left. Or if you'd like to see any other New World related content, click on the video to the right. And don't forget to subscribe.